Well, you're a pretty enthusiastic crowd, and we really appreciate that. My favorite event of the year, celebrating all the great work you do around here at the Costick Center and also in our community. So good morning to everyone. This is our, I don't know, millionth annual volunteer breakfast. And it's my pleasure to introduce Farmington Hills City Council member Michael Bridges.
Okay. First, I wanted to just think what a beautiful opportunity to recognize our volunteers in Farmington Hills on the festive occasion. The colors are beautiful, and it's just a great opportunity to express our appreciation to you for your contribution to our city. Again, I'm Michael Bridges, Mayor Pro Tem of Farmington Hills. I want to thank the Special Service Department of Adult 50 and Better Division for putting together this lovely event to honor the more than 300 volunteers that contribute to the betterment of our community in support of older adults. And thank you to the Farmington Area Commission on Aging, to which I am the council liaison, for its continuing support of our community elders through education and opportunities. Also, I want a special recognition to Marsha Coetz. She's our leader in that particular effort. So, Marsha, thank you for your years of support. Thank you for that. In addition to that, I also wanted to recognize the Farmington Area Commission on Aging members. Please stand. Okay, I'd also like to recognize members of the Farmington Hills City Council. I don't see anyone here right now, but I'm sure they'll be coming shortly. Also, I want to recognize people in the administration that are here as well. First, our city manager, Gary Mexion. Gary. City manager, Karen Mondoro. Our Director of Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion and Employee Development, LaToya Harvey. Police Chief Jeff King. Vicki Solon-Lynn, Director of Communication and Community Engagement. Vicki. And our Deputy Director of Special Services, Brian Farmer and Brian Morgan. Okay. Just want to give a few comments in regards to today's event. The Volunteer Recognition Breakfast and Awards honors some very special members of the community who have taken an active role in supporting one another in the city of Farmington Hills. Farmington Hills is lucky to have you, so many dedicated volunteers, from supporting the home chore program to packing lunches for Meals on Wheels. Each individual and organization represented here today makes a lasting impact in our community. And I'm continually impressed to see the range of volunteers that graciously share their time, including students from the Farmington Public Schools, by bringing together individuals of different ages and backgrounds to support one another. We strengthen the fabric of our community. Your presence here today is a testament to our community dedication to going above and beyond to serve older adults in Farmington Hills. And your efforts contribute to making this city a place where everyone is welcome. Today also serves as a chance to reflect on the significance of supporting older adults in our community in order to address the issues that often get overlooked, like isolation and food insecurity. Through volunteerism, we are able to help our neighbors age in place with the dignity and support they deserve. As we celebrate the contribution of our volunteers today, let's also look ahead with optimism and determination. There are countless opportunities for us to continue making a positive impact. I encourage each of you to stay engaged and continue your invaluable work in this community. Having the chance to meet so many volunteers from the community at this breakfast is a pleasure and a joy. Thank you again for all your contribution to Farmington Hills. Thank you.
I would like to introduce the Mayor of Farmington, Joe LaRusso.
Yeah. In the nosebleed section. Sorry about that. Those of you that have ever heard me speak at something like this know that I have a small tradition that I like to do. So at this point, if anybody's inclined to wave, make a funny face, do a handstand, put somebody on your shoulders, we're going to take a quick selfie of the crowd. So I need you guys to help me out with this one, okay? That's right. So I got one, okay, two souls. Okay, ready? Ready, 1, 2, 3. Thank you for that. You will all be internet famous in about a half an hour. Well, welcome and thank you all for coming this morning to the recognition breakfast. I mean, this room is filled with people who are dedicated to our communities, to our two cities, and we have a program that is the envy of the region. And the reason is because of all of you. We talk to other city officials, other municipalities all the time, and they constantly ask us, how is it that you're so successful with your Adults 50 and Better program and with your outreach to the community and all these things? And the answer is because we have all of you. And the volunteer army that exists in this community is a testament to the greatness of Farmington and Farmington Hills. Your dedication and your ability to reach so many people and to serve so much need is really something that should be celebrated, and I'm excited to be here today. I'm excited for the honorees that are going to receive their awards later. Thank you so much for all that you do and continue to do to make our two cities so great, and I thank you for your contribution to the Farmington Way, which is service. Enjoy your morning.
So, of course, a little invocation. God bless the cooks. Amen. And we'll get breakfast started. There's coffee and juice at the tables. Thank Anna for decorating and like doesn't she do like the rest of us do what she tells us to do and stay out of her way because her ideas are so wonderful. One other thing, I just need to say, you, the volunteers that serve us, put in over 25,000 hours last year. So thank you. That's my first. And let's have breakfast. Hey, how was breakfast? Oh, yeah. Very good. I'm glad you enjoyed it. It's our Meals on Wheels cooks who always do an amazing job. So shout out to the kitchen as always. Hardworking. So we have one staff in particular who's kind of the spirit of the whole program, who celebrated his 14th anniversary. So big shout out. Everyone knows David Brock. Thank you. He does thousands of dishes every week, and we appreciate it. And he's just a great guy to be around. So let's get this going. I'd like to introduce my programmers, Anna Durham and Stephen Dunhow. I'd like to introduce Teresa Bryant, well known for working with the nutrition program. Our assistant, Andrea Ali, who's just the happiest person I know. Little story for you about Teresa, which I like to tell, is she's in the office next to me. Every week she calls a little lady from the meals program who can't read the menu. And so she reads the menu to her. And I hear them giggling about, oh no, there's peas on the menu again. And it's great. So it's so wonderful to share office space with Andrea. Let's see. Jill McRoberts is a new addition, is our new office manager, and my goodness, she's caught on to everything quick, and we're so happy to have her. So Jill's around here someplace too. There she is. So I do want to acknowledge the people who I work with the most is our Commission on Aging. Our commissioners that are here, Mary Buchanan. If Mary could stand up. She's giving me the evil eye, but she's been a commissioner. She told me not to tell you the years, almost 20, and she's been our secretary almost that long. And she was also, Mary also was our secretary, so she does all the minutes for years and years and handed that job over to Mick this year. So 18 years of doing minutes. Wow, thank God, good girl. Okay, Carl Christoph has been on the commission as longer. He also served in on our Parks and Rec Commission, well-known guy around town, and stand up, Carl. Sorry. Dan Fantor is our chair, shy old Dan. I don't know where, come out of your shell. Dr. Marion Schulte is here, and she's been a great chair at our program many years, too. If you don't know her, you should, because everyone else does. Nancy Cook. Julie McCowan couldn't be with us tonight, but she's today. She's an elder law attorney, and she gives us great advice, and we're happy to have her. Mick McFay is here. He's a new addition. Tiffany Tuttle is here. She has a great geriatric psychiatric background. And stand up. And she dressed for the day, so appreciated. Vivek Das, a great guy. He's also a Meals on Wheels volunteer, and has some really nice ideas for moving forward in the future with our programming. Dolly Lewis is our newest addition, and we can tell she's going to shake us up in really good ways, so we're happy to have her, and I've enjoyed her short time on the commission and many years to come. Dr. Kathy Marshall couldn't be with us today. She is a former professor of nursing at Michigan State University, and she also runs our caregivers group. Julianne Belanti couldn't be with us either. So I'd just like you to know that the Farmington Commission on Aging is an all-volunteer group appointed by the mayors of Farmington and Farmington Hills. Their goal is to promote the well-being and dignity of older adults in our community. Michael Bridges is our liaison, so shout out to Michael too. So our current commissioners are made up of clinicians, educators, attorneys, a veteran, those with experience in senior housing, home health care, aging services, social work, dietary and food service, and as volunteers for our support groups and other programs. So great group of people to be working with. Our current projects as the commission is our education committee that does a short and a long program on elder financial exploitation, which we know is a huge issue. And they have a short presentation of 20 minutes, but we like our longer presentation. And they've also been putting articles out on the Messenger because the con artists get bigger and quicker and faster all the time, and we're trying to get you informed. They are advocates as part of their mission for future needs of this growing senior population. So thank you, commissioners. Teresa Jerkovich happens to be out of town today, but she runs our gift shop staff. So could those gift shop staff stand up? I know there's a couple of you here. Thank you. So thank you to all you folks who donate items to our gift shop, and thank you to our volunteers, all volunteer group that sell items, put out little displays, do a great job running the program. Teresa also does a wonderful Adopt a Senior program during the months of December and April each year. So she helps Teresa with the help of many gift givers throughout the community, the churches, places of worship, give gift baskets to over 500 seniors every year in December. And many of these gifts are delivered by volunteer police and firefighters in their own time, off duty. And what a shout out to how dedicated they are to our community. So shout out to the police and fire department in Farmington and Farmington Hills. And of course, Teresa also works with the Goodfellows, and they also donate 80 gift baskets to other seniors. So our seniors are well served. So I would like to introduce Jill McReynolds.
Hi everyone, I'm Jill McRoberts and I am the office coordinator here at the Costick Center. I have the pleasure of working with two groups of volunteers. I work with the telephone reassurance volunteers who brighten everyone's day by calling our homebound seniors daily. You all genuinely care about our seniors and you're always very concerned when we aren't able to reach them. Thank you. Your words go a long way towards helping the homebound seniors and our community feel included. I also get to work with our home chore volunteers, and they do small, minor repairs for seniors, such as general maintenance. They do small electrical work, small plumbing, but it helps to keep our seniors from worrying about how these chores are gonna get done. And I personally know that you often go above and beyond and do additional things than what's requested of you. So we're very lucky to have you all as volunteers. And we're always looking for more home chore volunteers to meet our needs of our seniors. So if anybody's interested, please let me know.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Anna Durham, and I'm one of the senior adult supervisors here. Here at the Costick Center for Active Adults, we have 8 support groups. They're caregivers, First Step Stroke, Vision Support Group, Brain Injury Support Group, Alzheimer's Association Caregiver Support Group, Navigating Change and Loss Coffee Hour, and new to us this year, we've added Farmington Hills Parkinson's Support Group and Living On. These groups are all facilitated by wonderful volunteers. I don't know if there's any of the volunteers that are actually with us today. Pardon me? If you are, will you please stand? I missed you. No? Anyways, thank you to all those wonderful volunteers that help all these support groups and reaching out to the community. Next, I'd like to thank all the sponsors that have supported the Adults 50 and Better events and also our Total Health and Wellness Fair this past October. Our wellness fair had 38 vendors, 6 of which were sponsors, and we added a presenting sponsor. It was Rose Senior Living. So if you saw that big facility going on behind us, they donated quite a bit and really helped make the wellness fair very successful. Our event-sponsored literature can be found in the racks in our lobby. We are also so very lucky to have such an incredible group of special event helpers. They show up early in the morning to set the tables, decorate the room, help serve the food, and even clean up. I know there's a lot of you guys here. Will you please stand up and be recognized? My party girls? Yeah, there we go. Yeah. These ladies help out with Dine and Discover events, along with parties and luncheons. Our special events wouldn't be so possible or decorated so beautifully with all of you. So thanks so much for all you do. So CFAA is deep and dear to my heart, and that stands for Cycling for Active Adults. This club began in 2013. A few of the original members are still here with us today, and without them, CFAA wouldn't have flourished into what it is today. The club promotes bicycle safety, enjoys fellow riders, and a healthy lifestyle. They keep active year-round. Of course, many bike rides when the weather allows, hiking, snowshoeing, mall walking, and pickleball. We even have new pickleball volunteers that help teach new students or players how to learn the game. So that's pretty cool. The club couldn't exist without these dedicated ride leaders and sweepers who planned the rides for the club. This year, the club actually even added a social director. I don't see Roberta in the audience here, but she planned some really fun activities during the winter months to keep the group all united. So hey, CFAA volunteers, will you guys please stand and be recognized? A lot of them are right here, including Pam. Yep. Thank you. Thank you for all you do. And next.
So my name is Stephen Dowhan. I'm the senior adult programmer here at the Costick Center. We'll get Marcia to work on my last name pronunciation for next year. But you may know me better as either the dancing turkey at Friendsgiving or Santa at our holiday extravaganza. So be sure to attend our parties because you never may know what you see me dressed up as next. Although I've only been here 6 months, I've never felt more welcomed and grateful at a job, and our volunteers are a big reason why. My initiation to this position was learning bingo, something that most people of my generation know nothing about. So our bingo volunteers are all at the back table. So we have Sharon, Percy, who was the 2023 Vagnazzi Spirit Award winner, Oreen and George and TK. And so they've been just so helpful in helping with bingo. And I know anytime I-22 is called, I'm going to get a loud choo-choo from George. So thank you again to all the bingo volunteers. Go ahead and stand for me for a second. Now, do it. Yeah.
I-22.
In addition to our bingo volunteers, I'd like to thank the volunteers of various groups and activities that wouldn't be possible without them. Art on the Grand volunteers who assisted making our blueberry oatmeal cookies, from scooping the dough to wrapping the cookies to selling them at the event. Over 1,300 cookies went out. Our library volunteers who handle the Next Chapter program, as well as the monthly book discussions, and leaders of our creative art groups. In addition, all of our Red Hatters bring energy and excitement to all of our events. So anyone representing those groups, please stand and be recognized. In addition, I'd like to thank the leaders of our card groups, Pinochle, Euchre, and Bridge. We consistently have over 40 people playing each game on a weekly basis and wouldn't be able to have such successful groups without you. Also, I'd like to specifically thank Cindy Rose. Due to her interest in Pinochle and teaching, Euchre, she started Euchre 101 classes and have already taught over 20 people in this winter and spring how to teach how to play euchre. So if you, yep. And I know the other card group leaders are here, so feel free to stand as well. Yeah. So if you have a talent or ability that you'd like to share and teach, we're always looking to expand our program offerings. I'm also thankful for the Sojourn Bears volunteers. Joyce, yep. Go ahead, stand, Joyce. Joyce and about 20 volunteers meet each month to create personalized bears for people who have cancer. The bears are truly a comfort to all the recipients. They completed 34 bears in 2023 and 23 so far in 2024. Joyce also wanted me to note that they lost a member of the group past September, Ione Schuster, who actually passed away at the age of 104. Yeah. Some of you may remember at a previous volunteer breakfast, she was recognized when she turned 100. So thank you again to Joyce and all the Sojourn Bears group. One program that we're trying to get up and running again that I want to highlight is our SAGE program, Senior Adults Giving to Education. This program is designed to bring senior adults into elementary classrooms to share the wisdom and value of the generation with the children of the Farmington Public Schools. We recently were able to get the program back up and running this spring, and we're able to place 2 volunteers at Hillside Elementary. We are looking for volunteers for next school year. So if you have an interest in working with the younger generations, please consider this great opportunity. And finally, I'd like to thank our AARP tax assistant volunteers, especially Kathy Poston, who's our liaison. So AARP volunteers, go ahead and stand. So this group had another successful year. They just wrapped up appointments this past Tuesday. They completed 321 returns with a staff of 6 preparers and 3 client facilitators. Many of their clients were also able to receive a special property tax credit from the state of Michigan. So through their hard work, these volunteers were able to give clients a net total of $280,000 from the state of Michigan through Michigan refunds and property tax credits, and over $84,000 from federal returns. So thank you again, AARP Tax. Thank you all.
Morning, morning, morning. It's great to see all of you here. To see this a full house is fantastic. This is just great. So, my name is Teresa Bryant, and I am the Nutrition Services Coordinator for the cities of Farmington and Farmington Hills. And I am extremely fortunate because I get to talk about the most dedicated volunteers. All you others are great, and we love having you. I have the best group. So, they continue to make our Meals on Wheels and congregate dining program work like clockwork. We have volunteer packers, drivers, and kitchen volunteers. Last year, we continued to provide over 100,000 Meals on Wheels and 14,000 congregate meals. So we have a lot of food going out of our kitchen, and the staff who made your breakfast this morning make all of our meals every single day. So, yes. Meals on Wheels thrives with the excellent help of Visions, students from the Farmington Public Schools program for developing life skills. Abby, Dominic, Michael, and their supervisor, Terry Welty, along with occasional help from Chris and Chris, daily pack approximately 130 lunches and breakfasts for our program. There'll be more on Visions later on. We have 8 kitchen volunteers, over 25 volunteer packers who come and pack the hot meal, the cold accompaniments, and assist in getting the drivers out the door, and then they stay to serve the congregate lunch that we have in here. We are fortunate to have over 100 volunteer drivers who deliver meals on 17 routes Monday through Friday. I'm very proud of their dedication. They go through hail, sleet, snow, freezing rain. They've had everything this year, so they are fantastic. Our congregate dining program is strong. We average about 45 meals a day being served in here. In addition, we have our Dine and Discover program and our parties, which continue to be sold out with wait list. And again, our staff, when we have special events, the kitchen staff prepares all the food for Meals on Wheels, for congregate dining, and for all of our special events. So they have a full day some days. I'll be giving out several awards in a few minutes, which I have to say is extremely difficult. We have many people who get nominated, and I would love to be able to give each one an award. So many of you, all of you, go the extra mile. I cannot say enough, though, about the kindness and generosity of the people who make up my volunteer staff. The phone calls, letters, and notes I receive confirm that. I hope I tell you enough, but it bears repeating. Thank you for all you do to assist the older adults in our community. My staff and I thank you from the bottom of our hearts. If you're a Meals on Wheels driver, packer, or kitchen volunteer, please stand and be recognized. All right, so we come to our awards portion of the program. And the first award is the Margaret Lourdes Diamond Award and was created in 2011 to honor the longtime service to the Commission on Aging by Margaret Lourdes. The award was established to recognize service, effort, and passion in striving to foster the well-being of older adults within the Farmington and Farmington Hills community. It is my pleasure to award the Margaret Lourdes Diamond Award to Sharon Taylor. Sharon, please come up and join me. Sharon has been a Meals on Wheels volunteer driver for over 6 years when she became interested in driving from a friend who is now a retired driver. Sharon was one of our go-to drivers during COVID, stepping forward in addition to driving on Tuesdays and Fridays, and she averages over 30 hours a week in delivery. Sharon has created a bond with the people she delivers to and other drivers. She goes with the flow, understanding that mistakes can be made, and doing it all with a wry wit and a sense of compassion. She is kind to the she is kind to the Packers and has a ready smile and a thank you for them and their help. Sharon is the epitome of a Meals on Wheels driver. Considerate, caring, laughs at herself and with others, gives of her time and energy so that others may have food on their table and a visit from someone who cares. I am honored to be able to present the Margaret Lourdes Diamond Award. Congratulations. And you can say a few words if you want to.
Yes, Ken was a recipient of this award at some other time. Ken, raise your hand. He told me I had to make a speech. So I timed it out. It's only 45 minutes. But seriously, looking around the room, I see so many people, not just Meals on Wheels people, but you see them out in the community at the library book sale, at the barn, or whatever. So volunteering helps us be better people. I mean, yes, we contact our citizens with Meals on Wheels and things like that, but we also make ourselves better people, I think. Anyway, that's about all I have to say. I do feel sorry for Teresa because at one time when COVID shut us all down, the drivers had to be out in the parking lot and the packers had to bring our meals out to us because Costick was more or less closed down. So we were out in the parking lot in all kinds of weather. And I suspect that there are times where Teresa would like us to be out in the parking lot again.
Not many.
But it's nice to be recognized, and the breakfast is a great way to recognize not just me, but everybody else that gives back so much to the community. So, thank you.
So next is our Gold Award, and as the commission was working on who deserved this award, we had two stunning applications that we debated over and over again, and it was just obvious that they were two well-deserving award winners. So the Gold Award is given to a Farmington Hills resident, 50 years or older or better, currently an active volunteer. This award is presented annually to someone who exemplifies the ideal of volunteerism, someone who goes above and beyond, someone who is generous, dedicated, and caring, and makes our community a better place to live, work, raise our children, and grow old. So I'd like to introduce Ashley Smith. She's a rec supervisor at the Nature Center, and she's going to give out our first Gold Award. So shout out to Ashley.
Hi, good morning. I am Ashley Smith. I work at the Nature Center in Heritage Park. Raise your hand if you've visited the Nature Center before. Awesome. I'm glad to see that. Being here today, looking out, I see a lot of familiar faces, so that makes me feel really good. We have a really amazing group of dedicated and passionate volunteers at the Nature Center that really make our programs possible. So, and not just our programs, but also make Heritage Park a better place for our visitors and the plants and animals that call it home. So these volunteers are working in the outdoors sometimes. They're working with our youngest learners, even like our little 3-year-olds. That can be really challenging. So they're really putting in a lot of effort, and it takes a lot of passion and dedication to do what they do. So I want to honor those that I know that are here today. And you really, the volunteers at the Nature Center, you make us the best. You really do. But you've seen us at our worst, right? And you still are here. You stick around. You show up every day. You keep doing what you do. So we really appreciate that. And that's what really makes us a family of staff and volunteers at the Nature Center, bringing our passion and our love for what we do to the Nature Center and to work every day. And families we're there for each other, right? In good times and in bad, for sure. And so we rally around when we suffer a loss. So I just want to recognize that we did suffer a loss recently. One of our very beloved volunteers just recently passed away, Bob Long, and we just want to remember him and the amazing man that he was and all the time and dedication that he gave to the Nature Center. So thank you. But we also support each other when it's our turn to be honored, and recognized for our hard work. So we are here to honor the awardee for the Gold Award, Lynn Manzi. If Lynn could stand up. Hi, Lynn. Yay. Do you want her to come up? Okay, Lynn, now you have to come up here. She's taking her time. It's okay. And so as Lynn makes her way up, I'll get off the stage, I promise, really soon. So I just want to read the quick submission that I had put in for her to receive this award. Lynn is a very special person to me, very special for us at the Nature Center. We call her our Nature Center fairy because she just knows when to be there. Even when she's not asked, she just can sense it, and she shows up. So thank you so much. So Lynn is a beloved and longtime volunteer at the Farmington Hills Nature Center. She helps with a wide variety of tasks, from cleaning and maintenance to helping lead programs and run special events. Lynn has become integral to the everyday operations of the Nature Center facility, the care of the education animals, the quality of the environmental education programs, and habitat management projects that happen year-round in Heritage Park. She also participates in our public monthly volunteer days, gently taking new volunteers under her wing and showing them the way and leading many of the activities. No task is too big, small, unpleasant, or difficult for Lynn. Somehow she knows when she is needed most and shows up at the perfect time to save the day. Lynn is a truly volunteer superhero and deserves to be recognized for her hard work and dedication to the community. Thank you so much.
Good morning. Thank you, everyone, all of the volunteers. I would just like to say that I'm not a one-person volunteer. I have my posse over here. My posse, yeah. And lots of community support. Like Ashley was saying, I'm one of the leads on community volunteer. We meet, one Saturday a month, and we have a lot of families, a lot of, schools will participate, different churches, different organizations, and I think it's really important for us as a community to participate in all of these things, everything you all are doing. It's really important, and we appreciate all of you. Thank you all. Y'all gonna embarrass me. Thank you.
Our other Gold Award winner, Nancy Cook, is going to, Nancy Cook, please come on up. Thank you.
Okay, I came with a team, so I'm not going to do this by myself. I'm calling up Judy Glass. She's the executive director of the office. She keeps all the deliveries going. She makes sure there's food in the everything. She does everything. For Goodfellows, I'm sorry, not here. Okay. Thank you for telling me that.
You're welcome.
And I also want to bring up Don Wingard, because I'm going to ask him some questions. He was a World War II vet, and he's a former recipient of this award. And you know that French toast did me in. Okay. So if you know the math, Don is 100 years old, over 100. Okay, Judy, you're on. Okay.
Good morning, volunteers. I am Judy Glass, Secretary of the Goodfellows, and I've been asked to read this letter from Richard Lerner, Chairman of the Board of the Farmington Area Goodfellows, who's in Florida for the winter. Thank you for the opportunity to say a few words today about the Dresdens. I first met Bob and John Dresden while volunteering at the Goodfellows warehouse in 2007. At the time, I did not understand that I was being recruited by Barb's father, Dick Tupper, to become president in 2016. Like any good leader, I immediately began to look for my successor, and John Dresden was a natural choice. John has been at the Goodfellows for over 30 years and was named vice president in 2016. I often refer to him as MacGyver for his unique ability to solve any problem. John is a type of person who needs only to be told what the issue is, and he will figure out the solution and get it taken care of. I could not have found a better person to be the president of the Goodfellows, a role which John took on in 2023. He has proven to be a great leader, and the Goodfellows are now in good hands for the future. Barb Dresden started the diaper program at the Goodfellows and also serves as chairman of the board at Neighborhood House. The Goodfellows are a seasonal organization, and many of our neighbors need assistance throughout the year. Neighborhood House was a spin-off of the Goodfellows, created to provide that type of support on a year-round basis. Barb continues to run both the Goodfellows diaper program and lead the efforts of Neighborhood House, operating out of the John Grant. Barb has dedicated a substantial portion of her life to making sure no one in Farmington or Farmington Hills goes to bed hungry. It is incredibly gratifying to see these two caring people carrying on the leadership of two organizations started by Barb's father and grandfather. This amazing couple are so deserving of this honor. I could not be more proud of them and the work they do. Barb and John have been volunteering and serving those in need in our community for decades. Today, they joined this remarkable group of dedicated volunteers. I wish I could be there to celebrate with them. Thank you.
I just want to ask Don a few questions. He was one of the first Goodfellows that started out with Barb's grandfather, right?
Right, Baird Tupper.
Baird Tupper. And how long were you in the Goodfellows?
Well, I started with them in 1955.
Wow. So I just thought you should know some history about the Goodfellows, and I bought the living proof. Okay.
Well, the Goodfellows became an organization in Farmington with Baird Tupper in 1939, according to what I've been able to remember and find out. And then, of course, the rest is history. Dick Tupper took over. It's been a Tupper thing. In 1964, I think. But we had a good time, and if any of you remember the old hotel that was up on Grand River, where the driveway is to go behind the stores, that's where the old hotel was, and we did the baskets and stuff in the basement of that hotel for a while. But it's long gone, and Goodfellows are not. John will keep us running for a long time and in good order.
Thank you. Okay, I would like to call up Barb and John Dresden. While they're coming up, I want to tell you that John, he does, they both are all over Farmington. Every time I go down Farmington, somebody's in the police, working in the police office. At St. John's Church, I think you're president, right? And then John runs the Detroit Mower Gang. They go as a group and mow playgrounds and parks in Detroit. So, and he's a big truck driver too, okay? So the thing is, when I first started at Goodfellows this year, there was no heat, no plumbing, no electricity. I found electricity under the sink. I unplugged the garbage disposal. But John says, "Oh, don't worry, we'll have a restroom." Well, he got a really classy John outside. It was heated. It had nice soap. It had a sink. I mean, I looked forward to going out there. So, would you guys like to say something?
Yeah, follow that up, John.
Well, if I'd known this had been like a 70s party, I would have stopped at the green store on the way here. Here. That's probably the last time I smoked it, so don't worry about that. I've been volunteering for like ever. I grew up in Sterling Heights, Michigan, graduated in '72, got involved at the Utica Shelby JCs, did that for many years. We did all sorts of programs around Utica and Shelby and all that. Volunteering is just what I do. I did the stuff for March of Dimes when I worked at a Ford dealership there in Sterling Heights. Somebody wanted to do the punt, pass, and kick, if any of you remember that program. I don't even like football, but I was there helping these little kids punt, pass, and kick, which they told me how to do it. So I went to Goodfellows when I started here in Farmington Hills, and that's actually how I met Barb. I was single at the time, and we were at one of the events doing something. I said, "Well, who's the hot blonde?" And I said, "Well, that's Dick Tupper's daughter." And the rest is history. So, but volunteering is all sorts of stuff. You said the mower gang, trash fishing, volunteer at our church. But what we need to do is take volunteering out in the world and get people to volunteer, to help other people, to help other cities, to help other things. I said I volunteer still for the City of Farmington as a reserve firefighter and a police cadet. And it's just good working with other people and helping other communities out. So other than that, I give you the brains of that operation, Barbara.
Thank you so much. Again, we would like to thank the Farmington Area Commission on Aging for this lovely award. It was quite a surprise when we received the letter in the mail. I actually thought it was another invitation for a seminar to discuss my upcoming Medicare enrollment. Next month. But seriously, I'm proud to be the current board president of Neighborhood House. I'm going to take just a couple minutes to talk about Neighborhood House. For those who aren't familiar with it. And as it was mentioned, it was an offshoot of the Goodfellows. My dad, Dick Tupper, and a few others in the community wanted to have an organization available to our residents in need throughout the year. And so they created Neighborhood House. We provide financial assistance to individuals and families, whether it be for rent, utilities, medicine, food, or any other obstacle they may face. We partner with numerous churches, nonprofits, and government agencies to support and help our families. And we are completely funded by donations from the community. Our board and staff and volunteers served over 200 people, adults and children, last year. We've had a very busy 2024, so I'm sure we're going to supersede those numbers. Again, it's a team effort with everybody. I would like our client services specialist, Kathy DeLeo, and any of the board and volunteers of Neighborhood House to please stand as well. We have a wonderful group, and we couldn't do it without them, so thank you. I'm just going to put in a shameless plug for support of Neighborhood House. I have some brochures at our table if anybody would like to become more familiar with Neighborhood House. We have an annual fundraising gala in August, and we're looking for sponsors. At that event, we also award the Dick Tupper Community Service Award to an individual in our community. And we greatly accept donations year-round, so we appreciate all the help from the community. So finally, John and I consider it an honor and a pleasure to work with so many in the Farmington area that make this community a better place to live and thrive. So thank you again for this award.
Okay. Jill? There we go. And really, the Neighborhood House does so many, I'm proud to be on the board, and the service work they do, outreaching to families in our community is important. We tend to think of Farmington and Farmington Hills as well-off communities, but we do have our families in need, and I'm proud that to be a part of them and support taking care of those individuals.
I am here to present the Aldo Vagnozzi Spirit Award. It was created in 2009 to honor the memory of Aldo as a role model to volunteers of the future. Aldo Vagnozzi held the distinction of being the first directly elected mayor of Farmington Hills, and he was the member of the Michigan State House of Representatives from 2002 to 2006. He was a very active and enthusiastic volunteer within the community. This year's Aldo Vagnozzi Spirit Award recipient is Tom Arbogast. Tom, can you come up here? Tom exemplifies the spirit of Aldo through his commitment to the community. You'll find him going above and beyond to help our seniors with small home repairs and projects. He's willing to help with whatever we need. He has been an invaluable asset to our senior division. Congratulations, Tom, and we're delighted to present you with the Aldo Vagnozzi Spirit Award.
It's my first time coming to one of these breakfasts, so I didn't know I was supposed to have a speech ready. But I'll just say, to me, the point is that it's okay to get up off the couch and get out there and actually do something to help people. So it's a good thing. Thanks.
The Loretta Conway Senior Division Award was created to celebrate volunteers who show outstanding dedication and service to the Adults 50 and Better program. In July of 1974, Loretta began serving older adults in the Farmington and Farmington Hills area 2 days a week with programs such as day trips, dinners, speakers, movies, bingo, library services, and craft projects. After a few years, the program evolved to 5 days a week. And look at us today. The 2024 award goes to a very dedicated volunteer that gives her time, energy, and talent to a club dear to my heart, which is CFAA. Congratulations to Lisa Lazou-Chubb. Please come up here, Lisa. Woohoo! Good job. So Lisa was one of the very first members to volunteer to be a ride leader for CFAA. When this club was first starting, it was just a little brainchild of like, how many people like to ride bikes and what can we do? And a group of us got together, and she's one of the ones that made this club to what it is today. She's helped the club grow to over 200 members this past year and kept track of all the data from the rides, including pictures, miles, routes, etc., over the past several years. She manages both the CFA public and private Facebook pages. She organizes many of the rides herself. She researches places to go and routes to ride. Lisa is friendly and welcoming to all the new members, and she would... That's not true? I know that's true. And she never would leave anybody behind. She is a huge asset to the success of the club for the past 12 years, so congratulations.
Thank you, Anna. Before I talk about cycling, I just want to shout out to anybody here who works with dementia and Alzheimer's patients. I can tell you from experience that the families of those patients appreciate any help they can get. So thank you very much for what you do. Okay. As far as I knew, Anna was the one who had the idea to start the cycling club, so thank you very much. All right. Another thank you, shout out to my friends in the marketing and communications department, because the only reason I found out about this is I went to the city's website to look up some information for a work assignment, and I saw this little blurb about this new club starting. So that's how that's how I got into it. I'm not a person who joins a lot of clubs and really looks for group activities, but when I saw something about older people cycling, I thought, you know, that sounds kind of fun. And I didn't even have a bike at the time. So anyways, I dragged my husband Brian to the meeting. I said, can you come with me to check out this thing and see what it's about? He rode with me for the first couple of rides, and then the rest is kind of history. I want to thank all the ride leaders here, all the people who volunteered their time and effort. They've helped us find lots of cool places to ride all over Southeast Michigan, and I definitely could not have done it without them. Thank you, guys. Stand up again, all the CFAA members. And one more thank you to everyone here who might see us riding around, because we ride on trails a lot, but we also ride around the neighborhood streets. You'll see us with flashing lights and bright colors and, you know, really garish colors sometimes. I just want to thank you for getting out of our way, stopping when you see us, and giving us plenty of room to pass. And we are very grateful to every driver who stops and doesn't run into us. Thank you.
Anyway, just a couple of seconds. The kitchen's coming in to witness this award, or they were going to, so we'll see here. So the Farmington Area Commission on Aging Community Commitment Award is presented to a community-based organization or business which goes above and beyond to serve the older adults of Farmington and Farmington Hills. I am pleased to present this year's Community Commitment Award to the students, supervisors, and teachers at Visions Unlimited. So Terry, would Abby, Dominic, Michael, and Principal Forrester please come and join me on the stage? Excellent. And you can just be right there, Michael. For those of you who don't know about this excellent program offered through the Farmington Public Schools, here's a little background. Visions Unlimited is offered as an adult transition program for students ages 18 to 26 with physical and/or developmental disabilities. Students from Visions have used the Costick Center kitchen as a job site for approximately 20 years. They have also been present at the Hawk during the past year. During the school year, 3 to 4 students plus an instructor come Monday through Friday for 2 hours to pack the breakfast and lunch bags that are sent to participants in the Meals on Wheels program. Since September, Abby, Dom, and Michael have packed approximately 7,500 breakfast bags and 6,700 lunch bags, so they've been busy. Being curious, I did a rough calculation based on the past 15 years of record keeping, and Vision students have packed approximately 198,000 brown bag lunches and 143,000 breakfast bags. So that means while they're doing this, that frees up our kitchen staff to be able to deal with everyday activities. In addition to learning basic job skills, they also learn things such as following directions, working independently, processing and calculating amounts, learning and following health department guidelines for working in the food industry, working together as a team, and learning flexibility and dealing with each other's skill levels. Through the years, the Senior Division of the Special Services Department has hired several students to work within the Senior Division. As Marcia mentioned earlier, David Brock, our dishwasher of 14 years, is a graduate of the Visions program. Each group of students becomes very special to our kitchen staff, and we see some familiar faces through the years. Their pictures are posted on our kitchen wall work area, so everyone in the kitchen learns their names and greets them when they walk through the door. They learn our names, and relationships are developed throughout the year. They are energetic, personable, happy to assist us in whatever they can. Above and beyond the extra help they provide the kitchen staff, they make all of us recognize lives outside of ourselves and to always acknowledge and recognize those who come into our work world who add a little something extra daily. Thank you, Terry, Abby, Dominic, and Michael for continuing this excellent tradition, and to the Vision staff, we are honored to present the Community Commitment Award to such an outstanding program.
I'm Terry Welty, and I just wanted to say that this has been my job site with students for the last 8 or 9 years, and it's so much fun. And every year, there's always something you could teach the kids to get to like what they do. But this year, and I'm not kidding, these are the best group of students I've had, because each one of them knows what they're doing. They know that they're packing somebody's grandma or grandpa their breakfast or lunch, and they are very careful what they do. And they are so excited when they come in the morning, and they will bend over backwards to help anybody do anything because they want to get this job done. Here, why don't you hold this?
Okay. Would you like to? Okay. Okay. Yes. And you guys can go. Watch behind you. Watch behind you.
Oh, quiet.
Watch behind you.
Wait.
I'm sorry.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
Almost have a plan.
There you go.
All the way.
Oh, hi. Smile, silly. Thank you.
Well, that's for you guys.
Thank you. No. This is more than an award. They really do work. We really do appreciate them coming, and they just provide such a great energy to our building, so we appreciate having them. I'd like to invite all our award winners to go meet by the magic bus over there for your picture to be taken. And the rest of you, I'd like you to enjoy, have a good day. You're dismissed.